Okay, hi, my name is Leazis, and today I will be presenting food insecurity and understanding contributing factors and intervention strategies. So, first, we need to define what food insecurity is. Food insecurity refers to the lack of consistent access to enough food for an active, healthy life, and this is according to measurement with no dates put out by the Economic Research Service from the US. It encompasses both the financial inability to obtain food and the uncertainty about where the next meal will come from, impacting nutrition and overall quality of life, according to Bandari Campbell et al. From 2020. So, next we must address the importance of this issue, as food insecurity is no small problem in the US. Addressing food insecurity is crucial as it affects not only the individual health, but also eating habits of a person and social well-being. Inadequate nutrition can lead to also health problems and thus increase healthcare costs, furthering economic strains, according to Morales and Berkowitz in 2016. In 2023, it was estimated that 18 million households were food insecure, according to an article named Key Statistics and Graphics. And here there is a picture showing states that were food insecure above average, 2021 to 2023. As you can see, there are quite a number of states. So this issue should be educated for people all around the US to further understand these social problems that exist within our society. So, the role of economic status within food insecurity is quite large, according to Rose 1999. Families with limited financial resources often struggle to afford nutritious food options, leading to poor dietary choices and health outcomes. Fresh food is often more expensive than other food, and families, due to their strained budget, may choose cheaper, less nutritious food just because they simply can't afford alternatives. So, economic instability can also restrict access to consistent food supplies, only exacerbating the issue. Okay, now I want to talk about the role of systemic racism. So, systemic racism contributes significantly to food insecurity, as marginalized communities often face discriminatory practices in employment, housing, and education. This inequality leads to disparities in income and access to services, limiting food resources and support for affected populations. Systemic racism can be found embedded within poverty, within redlining, within the way that the neighborhoods are set up, within food deserts, and all of these are contributed to food and access. Okay, so some intervention efforts. The first one is the National School Lunch and Breakfast Program. So this is a federal program that provides free or reduced price meals to students in low-income areas during the school year. This is for schools in eligible districts that opt to this program, and basically it aims to ensure that children receive adequate nutrition on a daily basis, contributing to their overall health and academic success. This also reduces burden on families, as they don't have to worry about feeding their child for those 2 times a day for 7 days a week. It improves access to healthy meals and thus better academic performance. However, this program is only active during months of the school year, which is a disadvantage. So another intervention effort that I want to talk about is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program in the United States called SNAP. So SNAP offers benefits to eligible low-income individuals and families. This allows them to purchase food that may otherwise be unaffordable with these benefits that SNAP allows them. This program is critical for many people in providing assistance. However, it does not account for many things that are unique to an individual, such as inflation, regional food price variation, affecting its overall effectiveness. Eligibility requirements can exclude those just above the income threshold, creating like a sort of a cliff effect. And also the application process is very complex, making it hard for some to apply. SNAP also doesn't cover any special dietary needs or non-food essentials, limiting its effectiveness for certain households. The next intervention effort I want to talk about is soup kitchens. So soup kitchens are pretty widespread for where I'm from in Cleveland. I volunteered at one for a while when I was in middle school. Basically, the soup kitchens provide free hot meals to those in need, often operating during specific hours, though. So while they do offer support for people that want hot and already prepared meals, the accessibility issues in regards to getting to the soup kitchens, specifically within a certain time frame, can limit their reach to those who require assistance. When I was volunteering at the soup kitchen, a lot of people would bike because of how far they came. They would even walk for a very long time, which could be potentially dangerous in cold weather, such as the winter. Okay, so strengths of policy intervention. So policy interventions like the National School Lunch and Breakfast Program and SNAP both provide structured support to families in need. They help take away some of the strain of providing like 3 meals a day, 7 days a week for families, and they also establish a safety net for families that ensures vulnerable populations do have access to nutritious food, and this combats immediate food insecurity. Okay, so some limitations of policy interventions. So despite these strengths, these interventions can be quite limited. For example, the National School Lunch and Breakfast Program is only available during the school year and is also only restricted to a certain bracket of low-income areas. So this National School Lunch and Breakfast Program doesn't take into account other months of the school or breaks between school, which is concerning. Also, SNAP fails to address regional food price disparities, often fails to keep up with inflation, which can significantly affect purchasing power, according to Ragan and Zahn in 2024. Furthermore, SNAP limits the type of food people can choose and doesn't really take into account cost variations with age and nutrition requirements for household members. And this is according to Oliveira, Perel et al., 2018. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some strengths of social action. So social action initiatives such as soup kitchens do offer immediate assistance to individuals facing insecurity. They typically are accessible and provide hot meals for those who don't have things such as a stove or a kitchen. So these provide already prepared hot meals. It also fosters community involvement for the people that volunteer at them, community in general for the people that attend them, and it also supports volunteers and beneficiaries alike. Okay, so what are some limitations to this? So again, as I mentioned, they are beneficial, but they do have logistical drawbacks. soup kitchens operate at set times, so it might be hard for people that are working and can't come to the soup kitchens at a certain time, or maybe they're taking public transportation and the transportation won't come at that certain time. And so it creates difficulties for those with transportation issues, according to Jacoby. And then this just creates barriers that can undermine the effectiveness of these programs. So recommendations. So according to SNAP, I think some recommendations is just adjusting the benefit levels in accordance to inflations more often. Right now they're being adjusted about once a year, but I think they should be maybe taken into account maybe even twice a year. And then also it should be adjusted according to regional food prices. Like food in New York is going to be a lot more expensive than food in like rural Ohio. So I think that's definitely something that SNAP should take into account. Also expand eligibility for people. Like I mentioned before, there's that cliff effect. So, SNAP only covers people in a certain financial bracket. So if they start making more money, then they lose out on SNAP and it almost evens out. So maybe just increasing the overall scope of people that may benefit from SNAP. Also increase the benefits, increasing the amount of money that people receive from SNAP. SNAP does give people money, but it's not very sustainable to a variety, like a well-rounded diet, and it's only supplementary. It doesn't really take into account a full diet of someone. And also I think something that should be taken into account is funds within SNAP that can be used for transportation to get to grocery stores and places that they can use SNAP funds. That's something that people who are impoverished don't have. They often don't have a car. So maybe like a supplementary fund for transportation, or maybe having a rule that allows people to use some of their SNAP fund for transportation. And again, enhancing transportation accessibility. So access to food resources is often limited by transportation barriers. Improving public transportation options and offering community transport services can help individuals reach soup kitchens, grocery stores, and nutrition resources more easily, thus reducing food insecurity. For soup kitchens, I thought it might be interesting to maybe provide vouchers for public transportation. For Cleveland, we have the RTA, and you can buy vouchers for people. For the RTA, they're cheap. They're like $1 or $2, I think, for a day pass. Another solution is organizing community vans/shuttles to run regularly from key neighborhoods and shelters to the soup kitchens. And also maybe having a community fridge or pantry that's accessible 24/7 for those who may not be able to come during those set times. Another way is to offer late plates that are in to-go boxes for people that can't come on time. And then even though they can't come and sit down and enjoy a nice meal, they can come 2 hours later and just pick up the meal and go. And then in regards to the free school lunch program, I was thinking of extending nutrition programs into the summer. So summer months pose a risk for children who rely on school meal programs. Collaborating with summer camps maybe to provide nutrition programs is a way that children can continue to receive nutrition meals year-round. And another tactic is to maybe partner with local grocery stores, giving out coupons or meal vouchers to families already participating in the free school lunch program once the summer starts. And then for SNAP, To support families during the summer break, increasing SNAP benefits specifically for children participating in the school lunch program can help bridge the gap when school meals are unavailable.